Sitting in a library, we ask ourselves that, do books matter? Maybe we shouldn't have books. Maybe we need to do away with this whole beautiful place and just have one computer in the corner and life, a lot of real estate saved. No? In today's world, who cares about reading? We have cartoons, we have serials, we have documentaries, we have news, so-called news. What do we need books for? And who reads anyway? And then now a more fundamental question asked by the sincere people, does reading matter? Or should we just watch TV and look into the internet and that's it? Do books have a place in our lives? So my answer is a categorical yes. Books have a place in our lives, or should have a place in our lives. So if you give books, suppose a child is reading a book, okay? Now a small child can't read. A small child has to be read to, which means that you have to be involved, okay? Whereas you can put on a cartoon or a movie and a child will watch, spares the parents time. So actually that makes a case for the electronic media rather than books. And I'm still saying books are important. Let's understand again why. Because a child is touch sensitive. Their tactile sensation is, and all their senses are very alive when children are small. I can put my finger on the eye. If I do that on my phone, then you can't do that. The screen turns. Okay. So here we've got beautiful pictures. You read to a small child, and what will a child do? The child will first run and they will want to touch. Consider the touch of a book, the touch of pictures and of paper, and that of a LCD screen. You have robbed the child of her childhood or his childhood partially when you have deprived the joy of turning pages. I remember how often we used to look at pictures, turn pages, again turn pages, this way turn pages, that way, turn the book upside down, all kinds of things. Why? It is not just reading is not just an intellectual, mental thing. It's more total than looking into a screen. Of course, it can be argued that a screen is showing the movie, whereas this is still. Okay? So why shouldn't a screen be used? Because you can actually see the cartoon, you can see something in action. So here's the reason. When a child is small, and you will see that all children are imaginative. Imagination is very, very alive when you are a child. When you feed the actual story in the form of a visual to the child's imagination is not used at all. So the movie director will tell you what Cinderella looks like, okay, and what Rumpelstiltskin is, what Jack and the Beanstalk is. But when the child reads, though you may have some pictures, a lot of imagination is possible. So one of the key things, the biggest gifts a book and the habit of reading can give to a child is that of imagination. And imagination is not a standalone center in the brain. It is connected to other centers, other nerves. So once imagination is stimulated, other things are also, you will have the facility to talk, for instance, artwork, for instance. Okay, all that will come alive. Right now, whose mind is honed? The guy who makes the movies, the lady who draws the cartoons. What about the kids? Okay, so I would say reading is extremely important in general, in all times, where the faculty of imagination is called into play. That's one. That's if you're reading stories. Now you might ask, yeah, but my kid doesn't want to read about fairy tales and all that, and they want to read other kinds of books. Well, there are other kinds of books. You can give them books on science, give them a colorful encyclopedia. Okay. A book doesn't mean always only a story. So different kind of children will probably want to use different and read different kinds of books, which is fine and which is what should be encouraged. The faculty of concentration with respect to single-minded focus is honed when we read, okay, as compared to using a screen like television or internet or phone or something like that, where there are so many advertisements. There is no advertisement here, at least nothing which is coming on your, which is being popped up. You can't focus, you can't retain. You can't focus, you can't memorize. You can't focus, you can't develop resilience. Concentration is the basic block for everything else, and that is why reading is one of the most beautiful gifts that you can give to a child, because you are helping a child to develop the power of concentration. They will stay focused while reading a book when their minds are absorbed in a book as compared to 10 different things at the same time. And I would say in pandemic times, the biggest gift you can give to your child is sit for half an hour with the child and read. Sometime when they are older, you can talk to them about the books that you have enjoyed. Of course, it's great if a parent himself or herself has a habit of reading, the children will absorb it. But even if they don't have this habit, during pandemic times, sit with your children and get them to read books as often as possible. You don't have to force it. It shouldn't become a chore. It's an enjoyable thing. It's a joy to read books. So the gift of reading is like giving the child the goose that lays golden eggs. One egg at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time. Slowly your treasure of small golden eggs will start building. Slowly your child will become wealthier, deep within himself, herself. And don't think this is only reading, because with reading, when the concentration is honed, all the other faculties have a much stronger base to stand on. So I would say, pandemic time or no pandemic times, please read to your child and help a child to develop the habit of reading.